You're using this money to buy alcohol.
Yeah.
Weed?
Yes. And amphetamine. Ketamine. Yeah, have you seen my mates? I can't find them. One of them's got my car keys. Fucking hell. This is fucking good, isn't it? Breakfast. Breakfast of champions coming right up. Mushrooms, omelette, bacon, Heinz baked beans, brown sauce, lashings, pancakes, blueberries, yogurt, granola, coffee, spaghetti.
They basically just open the airwaves to any Tom, Dick, or Harry, or Harriet to just fucking moan, and he'll say the most inflammatory setups to the topics of conversation, like, I don't know, why are pigeons ruining our bins? Did you know that pigeons have become racist? Studies now show. And people phone up saying, yeah, I saw a pigeon the other day and it was being racist to other pigeons, and I thought, this is because of Brexit, isn't it? And Jeremy Vine's like, yeah, well, that's not to say that, chickens aren't worse, just bollocking on and on and on and on and on and on. They start driving away. The kid's like, oh, I've left my rabbit there. I can't find my rabbit. And then the mum's like, well, your rabbit's gone now. It's staying with them. It's got a new home now, a new family. It's going to be fine. And she's like, nah, I want my rabbit, mate. And the dad's like, nah, mate, nah, we're leaving. And the daughter keeps going on and crying and crying and crying. And the dad eventually turns the car around. And at that point, I just went, well, you fucking deserve what you get, guys. You deserve.
Sing out in chorus, marching along as their song fills the air. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare.
They don't. This is like the most cliche thing to say, but they don't make theme songs like this anymore. They just don't. I mean, I'd say this without a hint of irony, but I would go out and buy this today. B.
Watch out, Cara!
B. Sit, bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave. A. B. D. Mash. Mashing it. I'm mashing. A choice like that. Nicholas, I'm calling him an actor. He's got a frog head on, but he's having fun with it. He's not trying to be, he's not trying to win any Oscars. He's just giving himself a bold choice, and that delivery.
Well, yes, Paul.
Shut your hole!
I basically play a James Bond figure. And I've got to rescue all these women hostages, and they're naked because all their clothes have rotted off. Run away quite quickly. Oh, right, okay. Shit the fucker bed. Oh no, I ran out of bullets. Spoke too soon, I got cocky. No, I've got it on easy mode, guys, I've got it on easy mode. No, guys, no. Stop it, guys. I'm your friend. It was very cowardly of me, wasn't it? Could have literally just followed me in and massacred the two people. Shall I go out? Hello? Zombies. Hello, is there any zombies there? Oi! Right. That's gonna do anything. If a zombie tries to attack you, hands up and push.
How would you say your mental focus is?
Oh, it's focused. I haven't, look, I have trouble even saying to myself, my own head, the number of years.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing, guys? Thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching. My name's Adam. This is the Quiet Dog Podcast, and it's Saturday morning. How's your weekend going? Mine's going all right so far, although it's early days yet, isn't it? So things could very quickly start to unravel. Let's see. I was going to do a stream last night, and technical shit got in the way. I think the more I leave this, the more it just kind of has a mind of its own. It runs updates without my consent, I should add. And I looked at it this morning, loads of things weren't working. So it took a lot of time and energy to fix it all. So that's been my morning so far. Is this light all right? Oh, fuck it, it's fine. It's fine, Adam. It's fine. Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks for asking. I hope you are too. You're looking very well. You look good. I like that jumper. It's a nice colour on you. Yeah, it's been a stressful few weeks, if I'm being honest. Stressful, tiring, challenging. All of the above, all of the emotions have been happening. I was in two minds about how much detail to go into with this, but I'll go into as much detail as possible without kind of without bringing the mood down too much. And I want to keep this entertaining and light in a way. But there's been some illness in the family, which has. I mean, families are funny, aren't they? Aren't families funny? Oh, families, what are they all about? Yeah. It's been... I'm trying to think of a way to... I should have planned this really, but I don't like to plan too much about what I'm going to talk about, because then I'll overthink it and I won't kind of come on. That's usually the pattern. I suppose what I will say is that one person in particular has got a terminal illness, and the family are kind of banding together, as families do, ideally, to try and help and support. I mean, it's too... It just feels quite negative kind of going into all this. I can feel the energy kind of seeping away from under me the more I kind of talk about it. It's been, from a personal point of view, it's been a challenge in the sense that if anyone... all right, let's kind of go... So the work I've been doing on the Joe Dispenza stuff, the meditating... the letting go of old habits. One of the things that's been kind of highlighted is setting boundaries with people, where you put your energy, how much you can control, how much you can fix. You can't fix other people, quite literally. In this case, this family member's very ill. I think they're very angry about the sort of injustice of it. Why me? I've heard them say. And my kind of inner response to that is, it sounds pretty heartless, but it's also pretty pragmatic. I'm often accused of the former. But it is why not you? it's kind of this particular illness is it's non-discriminate. So it feels a bit of you can't change people. Some people are just built a certain way to think a certain way, and it's very easy to kind of sit back as an observer and go, well, if that was me, I would just accept it. And I think I would if I was given a certain amount of time to live. But I don't know. You just don't know, do you? You don't know how you're going to feel. But I certainly wouldn't behave like a victim, which is what I think this person is doing, and it's having a really negative impact. Apart from, like, illness aside, right? When someone gets ill, obviously that's horrible, and when it's someone you love and care about, that's also horrible. It's the other stuff. It's the there's been a lot of running around and stress with organising things. And there seems to be a bit of resentment building up. Well, there is. Doesn't seem to be. There is. Myself included. So it's a very tricky line to navigate in terms of setting your own personal boundaries, accepting what you can't change about a person, and also feeling sorry for them, having a certain level of compassion. And that's definitely something I've, putting that to one side. I suppose when I got sober, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of boundary setting that had to happen, and a lot of guilt. Guilt comes with the territory. I think with any family dynamic, whichever way you dress it up, however you behave, no matter how good your intentions are, there's always going to be a level of guilt attached to that. And when I stopped drinking, that was certainly something that happened to a degree. So I should be kind of well versed in it now. And I suppose it comes across as selfish sometimes if I say, like with this family member at the moment, there's been a lot of running around after this person, and in some respects they are capable of doing some things for themselves, and there's also some, for personal reasons, there's been a couple of occasions where I've gone, no, I can't do that because XYZ, and this stress kind of seeps out to all family members, and then it becomes almost like you have to deflect it. It kind of deflects onto one person, then onto the next, and then it kind of comes to you, and you're like, no, I'm trying to keep my own sanity here. There's no reason I should have to do this because X, Y, and you kind of wrapped into this whole political system of family dynamics. And I mean, I'm sure there's people watching this that can relate to what I'm talking about. So it has been challenging, and the waters have kind of stilled recently, so that's good. Everything's fine. I'm okay. This family member is okay. So far, so good. They're being looked after. They're in the right care. And I suppose the main thing is to just, and it sounds selfish this a lot of the time, but to look after yourself. And there can be a lot of guilt attached to that. It can seem selfish, and some people can call you selfish to your face. The fucking gall of some people. They call me selfish. Fucking hell. The balls on them. Fucking balls on them. Me. I know. It's fucking outrageous. But I think you have to be. Yeah, you've got to draw very clear lines with certain people in certain situations. You have to do it. Otherwise you go mad. You go fucking mental. I think that's all I got to say about that. The other thing I wanted to mention was that I mentioned on the last stream about this, about British societal norms and how British people tend to be a bit more withdrawn when it comes to social settings and the typical interaction between two people that don't know each other. And is my number one flirting technique. This is my move. It's this. It's the closed-lipped, tight, closed-lipped smile. And just a raise of the eyebrows. Don't show any teeth. Don't open your mouth. Do not open your mouth. Don't talk. Just and then move on. Get out of the situation quickly. That's it. That's the level of British interaction as far as I'm aware. On the last stream, I think it was, I talked about this guy who I kept bumping into at Hot Yoga, and I'm not sure where he's from. My geography's not great, or my ear for accents. He sounds like he could be Eastern European or Italian, but he's very chatty. He's very outgoing, and he's always he's just very friendly. But my instinct with him was that he must be a bit odd. He must be, because no one, as far as I'm concerned, is that friendly for no reason. What's his angle? Is he must be on the spectrum or something. And then I had to catch myself going, well, isn't that what I want to be like? Don't I want to be like him? Don't I want to be able to just walk in any situation and go, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. And just kind of not only start a conversation, but keep a conversation going without getting frightened. Because that's what he does. He just chats on to anybody. Obviously, he's an extrovert. I'm an introvert. I'm not sure how helpful those labels are, but I maintain that it's easier for extroverts. Extroverts get energy from talking to other people. Introverts sometimes get drained by extroverts talking to them incessantly when they just want quiet. Introverts, in my opinion, perfectly happy with their own thoughts most of the time. Extroverts seem to need external stimulus. Introverts need quiet, to put it very plainly. So yeah, he's very much an extrovert, and I was like, he must something not right. He must be. So I was kind of chastising myself and pointing that out on the last stream, and then, here's what happened yesterday. Here's what happened. So he is he does a few different things as far as I'm aware. I think I've heard him mention before that he's a clinician. And we're in the changing rooms. There's a few of us, and then in the changing rooms there's a wall obviously between the female and male changing rooms, but there's no complete partition wall. There's a gap at the top, so you can kind of hear what's going on between the changing rooms. And we were chatting away, and I've kind of opened up to him a bit now, and we're kind of talking about acting and stuff like that. And he's cracking a few jokes, and he's got a very sort of wry, a bit of a twisted sense of humour, a bit like me. So he's not kind of completely unaware and just chatting away. He's pretty funny. And then he was chatting to some other guys about just kind of injuries and stuff like that. And then he said, you can learn a lot from a cadaver, I'm finding, when they're in a completely relaxed pose. The what? You can learn a lot from a what? You can learn a lot from a cadaver. Another lad piped up. What do you mean, a cadaver? It's like, oh yeah, I work with cadavers. Obviously, it's part of his work. Cadaver is a dead body. And that was like, oh yeah, that's funny. And he's like, yeah, I love playing. He said, I love playing with dead bodies. Again, bit of a joke, but also, okay. Everyone kind of starts, we're making light of it. And then the conversation kind of moved on, and he said, and this was the that could be seen, well, because it's true, you know, he's obviously, you know, people who get into that line of work, they're obviously fascinated by anatomy and how the body works, and but then he said, this was the one for me. I thought, nah, that's too, I think that's a bit too far, to be honest. I don't know his name. He said, oh, I don't know how I can't remember how he worded it now, but he said, have you ever held, oh no, he said, I've never held a uterus in my hands before. And I said, I think we can all safely say that, mate. As if we were going to go, what, have you not done it yet? Oh, fucking hell, I did that when I was like, must have been about 12 when I held my first uterus in my bare hands that wasn't connected to the rest of its body. I've never held a uterus in my hands before. And another guy there quite rightly said, yeah, you know that they can hear you next door, you know, don't you? Yeah, they can hear what you're saying. I mean, I thought it was it did make me go, this is kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer territory in a sense. I don't want to say he's this is just my interpretation of that. I don't know, but part of me did think, yeah, okay. I think I was right to sort of keep you at arm's length. I'm going to continue to do that a bit now. I mean, you just don't know, do you? You don't know with some people. You just don't. You can't know. But when people start saying stuff like that, you kind of go, okay, I've got a little bit of an idea. Not a complete idea, just a little bit of an idea. But he has got a sense of humour. He's a nice guy. I'm not kind of slating him. I just thought it was funny to go from that, from like, oh, you're sound. No, this is all in my head. Just Adam, just relax. He's just a normal guy. He just likes chatting, and then he starts talking about dead bodies and holding uteri in his hands, and you go, yeah, no, I think that makes sense now. Makes sense. So yeah, that was that. I've been reading a bit of Ant Middleton. Some of you will be fascinated to know. Ant Middleton's the guy who does SAS Who Dares Wins. He got in some deep water about COVID. He said to people, listen, he put a post on Instagram going, listen, if I see you, I'm going to shake your hand. I don't care what the government guidelines say. I'm going to shake your hand. Sue me. And everyone went, wow, you're a fucking dick, mate, for saying that at a time like this, going against the government guidelines. And that was the kind of last I'd heard of him. I don't know if he was cancelled after that, but he went off my radar. And that was my lasting impression of the man. Someone who'd been cancelled for saying a very poorly judged, stupid thing. A pretty ignorant thing. Anyway, I thought I'd start. I don't know how it came. I'll tell you how it came about, because I did the Tough Mudder, and I thought, I could be in the army. And then I started watching SAS Who Dares Wins again, and then I thought I definitely could be in the army. I'll read some of Ant Middleton's books, and now I can assure you that I definitely cannot be in the army, because that man is a fucking machine. Some of the things that man's done. It's mental. But as far as I'm concerned, he's a lovely man. He's made a few mistakes. Who hasn't? But he's a man with integrity and some very useful things in these books I've been reading. And the one thing he talks about is, he apologized for the video. He took it down pretty much instantly. Not instantly. But he apologized
But that kind of has tarnished the rest of his. I don't know. Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How you doing? Yeah. So he, these books he talks about. Obviously, it's all about goal setting, and there's a lot of stuff around positivity, and the process of improving, the things you can control. There's hello, how's it going? I am well, thank you for joining me. How's your morning or your day going? Yeah, he said something. I'll just kind of take this thing. I'll just cherry pick this thing that I took from one of his books, and that was pleasure. My pleasure. Good to have you here. I'm going to chat on for a bit longer, and then I'm going to play The Walking Dead Telltale series, which I've not played before, so stick around for that. You're more than welcome to lurk. All are welcome in here. Yeah, he was talking about goal setting and how some people can get a bit... I'm talking about Ant Middleton, who is he does SAS, Who Dares Wins. He was in the army for years, and I'm just talking about the books that I've read of his and the power of positivity, goal setting, and basically being realistic in the goals that you set for yourselves. This particular point I'm going to mention, and it was like, if you can set a goal which is more than within your... Oh, really? You were a combat medic? Oh, well, I'm sure you might have some stuff to say about this. How long ago did you leave the military, if you don't mind me asking? What was your experience of it? Positive, negative? You don't have to delve into it too much if you don't want. But I think the mindset of certain people who are in the military is fascinating, really. Yeah, this thing about goal setting. You said if you can make your goal something that you personally can achieve, it's not something that is, for example, so doing these streams, I'll use these as an example. I think I mentioned this before, but instead of going, right, I want 1,000 followers by the end of the month, that's fine, but you might not achieve it. You can do everything you can to achieve it, but if you make your goal something like, I want to be better than I was last time, or I want to improve my presenting skills, or I want to work on not having any dead air this time, and instead of kind of becoming so tunnel visioned about one end goal, which may or may not happen, if you kind of stay flexible and present within the process and take it one step at a time, then the improvement is the accomplishment. You're improving every single time you come to something. The same goes with writing. Like, I'm working on a script at the moment with my mum, who's an author. We're adapting her book. And for me, the goal right now is not about, is this going to get selected and, produced and made into a TV series? Of course, that is the goal. But for me, I've tried to make it about, obviously, sharpening my tools as a writer, and then having this thing at the end of it, a script that we've written together. And that's the finished product. That's something that I can control, and it's a very physical thing. And I can tend to get very honed in on one particular outcome, and you stop watching, you stop enjoying life, basically. You stop enjoying the process along the way. So I've found that very useful, and it helps take the pressure off in a way. It helps you realize why it is you're doing something. When the fun gets taken out of it and it becomes a grind, yes, there is a time and a place for that, to kind of, dig your heels in and just fucking grit your teeth. But you can't go through life like that. Where's the joy? Where's the, where's the presence, the experience of things? Because, again, in my own experience, you can
very easily lose sight of that, and it becomes about just getting somewhere. And of course, when you get to that point, the next thing's already in your sights. Before you've even got to that point, you'll go, right, where's the next thing? You don't have any time to relish or be proud of anything, because you're constantly looking for that sense of achievement. And of course, it's if you make it about other people's validation of you, that's going to be even more short-lived. It's on even more shaky ground. So yeah. What you're explaining is similar to how mental health works. Typically, people who have something to believe in are happier than those who do not. Yeah. Hey, Padmaya, welcome in. This is a new follower, unknown vagrant. Say hello. This is Padmaya, an old friend of the stream. We're just talking about goal setting and mental health. When you can't walk, you crawl, and if you can't do that, drag yourself by the chin. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Typically, people who have something to believe in are happier than those who do not. Yeah. Purpose has been huge for me. I've done a lot of work over the years of figuring out what it is I want. I don't think I would have done that had I not have gotten sober. That, for me, drinking and using was just a way to dampen everything. These the feelings of discomfort, the feelings of being out of control of my own life, feeling dissatisfied, feeling frustrated. Now I can feel all of those things. You just kind of feel them. You just acknowledge them, and you try not to let them dominate everything. Yeah. There's a documentary I watched called My Last Service in the Military was working in a mental health clinic. Wow, I found it very fascinating and have been studying it since. Interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, the mental health aspect of being in the military. For me, the kind of mindset of being in the military, I can imagine there's from my limited knowledge, there's a huge amount of fallout after that, in terms of how people are reintegrated into society, how they adjust, how they readjust. But yeah, how did you find it working in a mental health clinic? Are you carrying on your studies, you say? Interesting. The thing I was just going to go on to say was that you could call me a pseudo-psychologist, but I have no degree, just the knowledge. That's all right. Pseudo-psychologist is close enough, isn't it? I consider myself a pretty much the same. I don't have any formal qualifications to do with psychology or philosophy. I just find it fascinating. Same with spirituality. Yeah. This Joe Dispenza meditation stuff I've been doing is really, really fascinating. And it's about recognizing your own subconscious programming. So when you get into your 30s, you have habits that are so deeply ingrained that you don't recognize them anymore. You don't recognize particular thoughts that come up all the time. And for me, these meditations have been about focusing on thoughts such as, like, I'm not good enough, I'll do it tomorrow, I'm not in the mood, I'm not built for this. And the whole point of these meditations is that you can't solve an unconscious problem with a conscious mind. It's like trying to fix a broken arm with another broken arm. You just can't do it. You'll drive yourself mad. Or you end up, in my case, you kind of have these battles with yourself. Back when I was drinking, that was part of the reason I drank, was because you just get locked into these vicious cycles of like almost having two people in your own head kind of battling each other. Like one voice of good, one voice of, oh, fuck it, you're an idiot, you're never going to be good enough, blah, blah, blah. And so like you take drink out of the equation and you can at least look at these things with a clear mind, or you can just look at, you know, like you said before, focusing on what your purpose is. What do you want? What do you really want? And what's stopping you? So I'm kind of, it's a daily process. It's a daily process of improvement. I'm realizing that there is no one destination. There's no one point where I'm going to go, I've fixed it. I've fixed it. And then just die. It's a daily process. And so throughout the day, I can recognize more when I'm having a thought which is like really like disempowering or unhelpful. And it's usually when I'm tired that those thoughts become more prevalent. And sometimes it just is a case of, I'm tired, I'm not going to do that. And then there are other times, like you just said, where you have to grab yourself by the chin and force yourself to do something. Because you can only make so many excuses. Theology is so fun to talk about. There are also a few people that are able to have a decent, stable discussion. Fun equals interesting, yeah. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Yeah, I'm a self-recovered alcoholic. Good for you, man. Or however you identify, sorry. It took me a long time, but I have been clean for almost 30 years. Congratulations, that's great news. Did you... so you're self-recovered. Very good. Remind me, I was going to talk about a documentary called Stutz. I'll try and remember to talk about that. Yeah, so you did it yourself. You can call me whatever you would like, but I do a Venus. Okay. That's pretty cut and dry. I like it. Cool, man. Clean for 13 years. Wow. I'm 4 years in February. Next February. So 13 years. What an accomplishment. Has it been plain sailing? Has it been easy? Does it get easier? Some people say that the first 2 years in recovery, it takes the first 2 years to get sober and the second two to get sane. And I kind of feel like that makes sense because the first 2 years of being sober, I was kind of learning how to just notice things, notice feelings, and not control them all the time. To just be okay with certain things that come up, certain feelings of discomfort. Oh yeah, I'll mention it now. The Stutz documentary, it's the Jonah Hill documentary that he has made about his own therapist and his own therapist's tools, if you like. It's really interesting. But Stutz said this one thing that really struck a chord with me. It says something like, you'll never escape discomfort, you'll never escape struggle, and you'll never escape uncertainty. And I found that chimed in really well with me. It's you can't get rid of those things. They're always going to be there on a day-to-day basis. You're very lucky if you can get through a day without any of those things to a lesser or greater extent. And that for me, the first 2 years of being sober was very much getting used to being uncomfortable socially. I didn't stop going to parties or weddings or stag do's or anything like that. I was very protective of my time, and I always made sure that I had an out. But I know certain people that got sober that they still don't do that. So yeah, embracing discomfort, struggle, and uncertainty. I think if you can do that and have a sense of purpose, then you're onto a winner, aren't you, really? I hit my mum when I was drunk at a family get-together. That was the start of my road to recovery. Good for you. Not for hitting your mum. I mean, for the recognising that that's not okay. It was very painful, physically and mentally. I locked myself away for almost a year. There's quite a few times I fell down, but here I am. I commend you. Genuinely. That's, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, I was lucky enough to... I mean, it's kind of almost 40 now. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward. People kind of almost get embarrassed about how old they're getting. It seems like a cultural norm now to go, oh, you're getting older. You're going to be dead soon. I have quite the opposite outlook. I think the older you get, the more you should celebrate the life you've led. You know, and wiser, stronger, hopefully. Yeah, I'm 37 in March, and it's getting better for me from where I was, mentally, physically. You know, I'm so much sharper, I'm more present, I'm more available. Adversely, I'm getting better at drawing boundaries with people, so that I can be more of service in other areas. You know, I'm not having certain people drain my energy who don't give it back. All those things I'm conscious of, that has been through getting sober, recognizing that there's a problem, and kind of just, you know, busking through it and talking to people like your good self. Didn't think I would make it this far, to be honest. That's another thought that you can either buy into or not. You know, becoming conscious of the thoughts that say, no, I can't do this, and then you do it, and then you sometimes forget that next time you come to a situation where your brain is going, you can't do this one, you can't do it, you kind of forget the amount of things that you've done that you didn't think you could, and here we are. Yeah, I never got I mean, there are a few instances where I could be a bit of an arsehole, you know, like verbally abusive, not very pleasant to be around, but on the whole, people told me when I stopped drinking that, oh, you were such a fun drunk, though. You were so much fun when you're drunk. I can't believe we're not going to see that guy again. And you're like, nah, that doesn't help me get sober. That's not a nice thing to say to me. That's why I enjoy drink so much, is that kind of you can let go and be yourself more. And so I never really, there wasn't, the kind of defining point for me was that I was very close to committing suicide. I'd started thinking about it more and more. There was an instance where I felt like I could drive my car and coming around this verge, like just coming off the verge. I kind of had just a split second. And I think that was the moment where I thought, okay, there's no more mileage in just riding this out. I need to do something. But I never saw myself as an alcoholic. I still don't really consider myself an alcoholic, but I appreciate what the term means for me. And being able to say I'm an alcoholic was almost acknowledging that there's a problem with me and drink. So yeah, that was the point where I had to kind of look for help, and I went to AA because I couldn't find any places for binge drinkers, which is what I thought I was, and then realised that binge drinking is a form of alcoholism. There's no kind of like benchmark you have to hit to go into an AA meeting. I phoned up a guy on the phone, and he said the only requirement for you to attend an AA meeting is the desire to stop drinking. I was like, okay, I'm in. So I did that. I did the steps, although they say the steps are never really done. I don't go to meetings anymore, but the process of doing that over the space of 3 years, kind of on and off, saved my life, I think. Excuse me. Best nerd voice. Time is an artificial construct created by man. All things just happen regardless of time. When I would hear that, I always thought my sober self wasn't good enough. Oh, that's in relation to age, yeah. Time is an abstract construct created by man. It is. We've only ever got this one moment, right now. All things just happen regardless of time, yeah. When I would hear that, I always thought my sober self wasn't good enough. I've tried committed suicide 4 times. PTSD is a bitch. Sorry to hear that. But glad that you're alive and well. Hello, nobody cares for you. Thanks, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. We're just talking about suicide. No, we're talking about it is what it is. I'm making it forward. Yeah, no, we're just talking about sobriety and just looking after your own mental health, and yeah, in a kind of positive, uplifting way. I still get rough, but I do my best to push through. Yeah. It's the thing for me on a day-to-day basis. The struggle or the uncertainty is around, when do I push myself? When do I go, yes, you're tired, Adam. Yes, this, and this. But you still need to do this. And when do I go, all right, you're tired. Just stop. You need to stop. You need to rest. That is like a case-by-case basis. And I think I'm getting better at knowing. And also knowing what do I want the outcome to be. Like with streaming, for example, I do a lot of other stuff outside of just my day job. A lot of things I'm focusing on. There's some family stuff going on at the moment, which I talked about earlier. And I think it's okay for this not to be my kind of like, I'm grinding, I'm fucking doing this every other day. I want to hit so many followers. If I can come on and either just get better at talking to camera when there might not be anybody watching, or even better, lovely people like yourselves tune in, people that I've never met, people that I haven't spoken to before, and we can have a conversation about this kind of stuff, then that's great. But unfortunately, there's a lot of mental energy expounded on, where's this going? Why aren't I doing enough? Why haven't I gotten here yet? And it's fucking, I blame the internet. I blame phones and the internet. Can you remember not having a phone? Do you remember that? I don't know. Oh, you're 40, unknown, so you'll remember this. I remember being a 90s kid. Although, granted, I was quite young, but I didn't have a phone. You go out playing on the streets. Happy days. Now it's like, I know this is a very cliched observation to make, but it's true. It's like, why aren't I good enough? Oh, look at that, what he's got there. Look how many, look, he's got 1 million followers for doing that. Fucking hell, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying too hard. Maybe you're not trying hard enough. Oh, God, Oh, wow. You're welcome. Holy suicide. Are you open-minded individual that believes suicide can be okay? Examples like that. Wow, those are big thoughts. Nobody cares for you. Try and keep them small if you can. But let me read this. How do you explain the agreement that suicide hurts the feelings of closest to you? Yep. Yeah. Yes. How do you explain the argument that suicide hurts the feelings of those closest to you? Well, yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. But I would also argue that the... I don't want to get too bogged down with suicide, by the way. We'll kind of move off this and onto more light-hearted things. But thank you, nobody cares for you. I'm not trying to kind of shut you down or anything. Very important topic. I think if you're in that state of being suicidal... I would argue that in the severe cases, you stop caring really what anybody else thinks or feels because your own turmoil is so overwhelming. It's not phones that cause today's societal norms. Technology just exacerbated human nature to the global stage. True. Yeah, I would agree with that. Because everyone's aware of everything now. Whereas we weren't before. When were you born, if you don't mind me asking? 86. I was born. I'm 37 in March. Yeah. And I love my 30s. My brother turned 30 recently. And everyone's saying to him, it's all down. The people in the 20s are saying to him, you're in your 30s now. I'm in my 20s. I'm 27. Oh, yeah, I'm 27. I'll be 30 soon. And I'm thinking, no. You can't... Stop doing that. Stop it. Just stop it. Your 30s are great. Your 20s are great to a degree. Although, I feel like your 20s happen and then you spend your 30s kind of unpacking your 20s going, what the fuck was all that about? But for that reason, I've really enjoyed my 30s. They've been the most challenging years, but also the most rewarding years. And I think it should only get better as you get older. So stop going, hey, you're going to be dead soon. Fuck's sake. Wish my grandmother was given the option. She did not want to deal with dementia. She was going through, but her children's feelings were important. Yes. Yeah, that's another big topic. I maybe want to save for another platform, because I don't want to get too heavy. But yeah, I agree. Perfect example of that. We're 3 years apart. 40 next September. Yes, it is an interesting topic, but I can't say I'm very equipped to manage it. And I want to keep it light. So let's keep it light, shall we? Okay, right. I think I'm going to play a game if you guys are up for that, because I've had it downloaded for a while, and cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's play a game to do with zombies. Fair enough, yeah. Fair enough. But I am in the mood for Walking Dead, so let's do that. And we can chat away whilst I'm playing. And discuss flat Earth theory. Let's not discuss that. Has anyone seen any good films lately? That's what I'd like to discuss. And has anyone played this game? Walking Dead Telltale series. Game. A film that you enjoyed. Yeah, it's subjective, isn't it? A film you enjoyed. No, that's not right. Sorry guys, let me just change. The Walking Dead. God, there's so many, there's a lot of games, isn't there? I think I'm doing season 1. I think that's what I'm doing. Why is this taking ages? Has it crashed? Nothing to Lose. I remember that. That is a blast from the past. I think that was the very first DVD that I rented when DVDs were quite new. Right, this is frozen, so let's fuck that off. Let's have you back. Let's try again. There we go. That is more like it. That is more like it. Being Pretty, dystopian animated short film. Fantastic. Oh, where did you see that? Walking Dead, how it all started. As the world ends, Lee Everett looks for redemption and fights to protect the young Clementine. Oh, so these are the characters I could choose. Okay. Haunted by her past and threatened by her present, can Michonne keep her humanity as the bodies pile higher? YouTube. Alright, I'll look out for it. Clementine's journey continues as she learns to survive in a world gone mad. When everyone is out for themselves, who can she trust? A new frontier. As the world falls apart, Javier Garcia fights to keep his family together and Clementine searches for the last person she's left. So is there any particular order? I'll just go with this one because that's the one it landed on. Let me know if you can hear everything alright. Anything needs... Yeah, I was just wondering if there was any... if it was in a particular order. Didn't want to skip ahead or anything. Boosh. Standard. Have you played this before? Did you enjoy it? This game series adapts to the choices you make, the stories tell about you, and how you play. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit late to the party with this one, admittedly. Thought it'd be quite cool to stream them. Kind of minimal faff. Just kind of choose your own story. How clean do you like to keep your chat, Adam? Prior military and all that? Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Just respectful, I think. Clean and respectful. And all-inclusive. Thank you for asking. Let's do this.
Well, I reckon you didn't do it then.
Why do you say that?
Why do you say that?
You know, I've driven a bunch of fellas down to this prison. Lord knows how many. Usually it's about now I get the, I didn't do it.
What do you say?
And what do you say?
I say, yep, I know you didn't.
We got what looks like a 1091E near Peachtree, exit 285. All cars asked to keep on the lookout for a 91B in the area.
I followed your case a little bit, you being a Macon boy and all.
Oh, yes. What did you think?
What do you think?
What do you think of my work?
I'm just glad I chose law and not order. Big messy trial like that, even if you was innocent. A lot of what happened can't ever be undone.
Be advised, medical personnel en route to Hartsfield, very intensive 20 coming in.
Look out, rearview mirror.
I got a nephew up at UGA. You teach
Yeah.
there long?
Let's put subtitles on. Put the old subtitles on.
Going on my 6th year.
You meet your wife in Athens? You want to know how I see it?
No subtitles? No, not really.
Not really.
Too
Not
bad.
interested.
My car. You might have the right to remain silent, but it don't mean I gotta
He
be.
picked up on that. Ah, attitude. Okay.
Regardless, could be you just married the wrong woman.
He's a bit sassy, this one. Fuck you. Ah,
Riot in progress. All
probably
officers are
wise.
available for a 7217. Rolling calls to dispatch to all locations.
Any of that seem important to you?
All of it. That box never shuts up. Sit in this seat and pay.
Subtitles, please. A plan.
Too much attention and you'll drive yourself crazy. I'm driving this man
There you
once.
go.
He was the worst one. He wouldn't stop going on about how he didn't do it. He was an older fella, big soft eyes behind a pair of smart folk glasses, and he just wailing back there. Says it wasn't him, crying and snotting all over right where you're
All
sitting.
officers are available for incoming 217.
Then before long, he starts kicking the back of the seat like a fussy baby on an airplane. And I tell him he's got to stop, that that's government property, and I'll be forced to zap him otherwise. So he stops, and having exhausted all his options, he starts crying out for his mama. Mama, it's all a big mistake. It wasn't me.
So did he do it?
They caught the fucker red-handed, stabbing his wife, cutting her up as the boys came through the door.
Hot damn.
He sits in my car screaming bloody murder that it wasn't him. I think he actually believed it himself. It goes to show, people will up and go mad when they believe their life is over. I got another good one for you. This one's a little bit less depressing
Here we
and
go.
a bit more hilarious if I
Here
do
we go.
say so.
Drive!
This other time...
Sorry about the volume. It's loud, isn't it? It's loud. I get that it's loud. I get that. I understand. I get it, I get it. Hope your ears are okay. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound promising.
Oh, shit. Thirsty. Ah! Fuck! My leg.
Get him some help.
Why the hell did he have his gun out? Hey! Hey, officer! Are you alright? I'm still cuffed back here. Officer? Oh, that doesn't look good. He wasn't ejected from the car.
Doesn't look good. Who's that? Oh, that's him.
Damn it. Damn it.
Okay. What have we got here then?
He's not moving.
Handcuffs. Window. Bosh. Out.
I need to drag myself out that window. I need to drag myself out that
Go
window.
on then. Up you get. Up you get. What's the earliest you guys put your Christmas trees up? Thinking of putting mine up today. I don't think it's too early. I don't think it's too early. Gonna make this flat Christmassy as fuck. I'm getting right into it this year. Don't usually, but I've decided.
Officer?
Hello? Hello? Controls are a bit weird. No. Oh, he's gonna bite him. Don't bite me, you fucker.
officer.
No, thank you.
Holy shit!
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Get away from me!
Throw a shotgun shell at him. Put it in his mouth.
The hell are you?
What? Tell me what to do, game. Tell me what to do.
What in the hell? Just stop. Back up!
Right, got a shotgun shell. Is there something else near me? Yes,
from me!
that would do it, wouldn't it? That would make sense. For fuck's sake. Just smash his head in with a shotgun. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's the end of that. That's the end of that.
Officer? Holy shit!
Hot damn. You're supposed to protect me, officer.
Get away from me!
Fuck me. You're scaring me.
The hell are you?
Come on. Come on now.
Don't make
Off
me
with his
do
head.
this!
Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
Help! Go get someone! There's been a shooting!
Don't tell them I'm a criminal. What? What's happening? Run away. Run away quite quickly. Quite quickly. Sound. That's gonna have to come down a bit. Music. Voice. Play. Should be a bit better. Still quite loud. Alright, alright, alright. See, this was a series that I never really followed through on. The Walking Dead, the TV series. I don't know if it's... I think it might still be going, but... I don't know. I don't know. I do know it had its moments. But I think I lost track with it around series 5 or something.
Hello?
When they were in this
Anybody?
big compound and... They kind of just went to one place... Things happened, they went to another place. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And it got a bit repetitive.
I'd fill one of those teacups with some bourbon if I could. No ladder. I'm not getting up there anyway. This leg the way it is. Help!
Tea? Have a nice
Fill
cup
one
of tea.
Those teacups with some bourbon if I could.
This would all be better if we could just have a nice cup of tea, I think. try and fix your leg, shall we? Let's try and fix your leg. What's that? Let's get in the house. See if anyone can help a neighborhood criminal who's just down on his luck.
Hello? Anybody home?
Anybody home? I'm not a criminal.
Help.
I'm not a criminal and I'm not okay. Please?
Coming in. Don't shoot, okay? Ah, shit. Hello? I'm not an intruder. Or one of them.
One of them.
These people might need more help than I do.
Can't quite get the volume right on this. Okay, look at the fruit. Have a good look at it.
It's fake. Damn.
Something else. Oopsie daisy. That's black. Why is that black? That's not healthy. That's piss. I was lucky that it was just water. Walkie-talkie.
This place has been ransacked. Just about anything worthwhile is gone.
Oh, what?
What's that beeping?
What is that beeping?
The Marsh House. That's a Savannah area code. But that's the type of note you'd leave a babysitter.
Let's check out what that beeping is. I've been getting back into Cyberpunk, which I've been playing off stream, obviously. Getting into it. I think games like that, you need to take your time with, sort of wrap your head around the mechanics of it, kind of building your character up. So I think I'm going to play that off stream, and games like this play on stream that are just kind of
Furniture overturned,
pretty much point and
blood
click, but with a
everywhere.
strong story.
Jesus.
Cyberpunk I may do. Now I'm a bit more confident with it and I'm not just sort of busking my way through it. What's that? Hello? Let's have a question. What is your favourite film soundtrack? That is a good question.
Cable's out.
Favourite film soundtrack? I'm gonna go with the one I've probably listened to the most early on, in terms of like the one that sticks out the most, without overthinking it too much. Requiem for a Dream
Maybe
soundtrack.
there's something on there.
Clint Mansell
There are 3 new messages. 3 new messages.
and the Kronos Quartet. Fucking
Message 1,
magic.
left at 5:43 p.m.
And dark as fuck.
Hey,
Love
Sandra.
it.
This is Diana. We're still
I'm
in
cool.
Savannah. Ed had a little incident with some crazy guy near the hotel, so we had to get him back to the ER and have it checked out. Anyway, he's not feeling well enough to drive back tonight, so we're staying an extra day. Thanks so much for looking after Clementine, and I promise we'll be back in time before your spring break.
Clementine. That was probably the girl that was looking over, I imagine.
Left at 11:19 p.m.
Stick with me.
Oh my God, finally. I don't know if you tried to reach us. All the calls are getting dropped. They're not letting us leave and aren't telling us anything about Atlanta. Please, please, just leave the city and take Clementine with you back to Murrieta. I've got to get back to the hospital. Please. Please let me know that you're safe.
Oh dear.
Message 3, left at 6:51.
Put some tissue on your
Clementine, baby. If you can hear this, call the police. That's 911. We love you.
Good voice acting. Very good.
We love you.
I like it. So these, I'm assuming, are also based on the comics.
Daddy?
Huh?
Oh. Shit, that's her.
Hello?
You need to be quiet.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. They tried to get me, but I'm hiding until my parents come home.
Yeah, about that. They've gone on a very long holiday. What's your favourite candy? What's
your name?
I'm Clementine. This is my house.
Hi, Clementine. I'm Lee.
Don't ask about her parents. Oh, maybe
Hello?
they could be
Did
all
they
right.
get you?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm here.
I pressed the wrong button. Where are your parents?
Where are your parents?
They took a trip and left me with Sandra. They're in Savannah, I think.
They could still
Where
be
the
alive.
boats are?
Where are you?
I'm outside in my treehouse. They can't get in.
That's smart.
That is smart.
See? Can you see me? I can see you through the window.
Oh no. It's the babysitter. Mash! Mash, mash, mash. Mash, 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 mash. Fuck you. Fucking sneak up on me like that. Fuck you. I'll smash your head in again. Ah. Stop it, you nutter. Stop it, you're scaring me. You're scaring the kid, I mean, not me. I'm not scared. Rah. And again. And one for good luck. And another one. Fantastic. We're going to get you out of here, all right? Why do you make myself laugh?
Man. Hi there.
Oh?
Did you kill it?
Oh, no, she's just, something else did.
Something else did. Before me, I think.
Good
I
answer.
heard her scream 2 nights ago. Maybe one of the monsters got her.
Clementine
2
will
nights
remember
ago.
that. Cool.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. You've been all by yourself through this?
Yeah, I want my parents to come home now.
I think that might be a little while, you know?
Oh.
Look, I don't know what happened, but I'll look after you until then.
What should we do now?
Look
We
for
need to
help.
find help before it gets dark.
Yeah, it's not safe at night.
Let's go. Stay close to me.
I like it so far. It seems like your choices do matter. It's not, it's quite clearly defined. Dark Pictures, I have to say, got a bit stuck on one note. It was like you were just kind of going from one building to the next. And it was all a bit inconsequential. It wasn't really building to anything. Do you know what I mean? That's just my experience of it. Hello?
Man, I ain't never getting home to Mama at this rate.
This sucks.
Oh, it's hot dish night.
Go and help them. Make some friends. Everyone needs a friend.
What's the matter?
Should I stay?
What?
I don't want to sleep in the treehouse tonight, but I don't know if I should leave. What if my parents come home?
I won't leave you alone. You're my responsibility now.
Well, let's go somewhere safe that's close, okay?
That's a good idea.
Can we trust these people, though?
Hey, man!
Holy shit!
Don't eat us! We're not gonna hurt you.
Phew. Thought for a second you and the little one were both gonna give us the chomp.
We're looking for help.
We need help.
Are you trying to get out of here? Because you should be. Those things are all over the damn place. I haven't seen anything as gnarly as this neighborhood since downtown Atlanta, 15 miles back. I'm Sean. Sean Green.
Hi, Sean.
This is Clementine.
I'm Chet.
He looks like Paul Dano.
We shouldn't be out in the open like this.
With a
How
few
about you
extra
help us
pounds on
clear
him.
the way, and we'll take you and your daughter out of here and down to my family's farm. It should be safer there.
I'm not her dad.
I'm her babysitter.
Her babysitter. Her parents are out of town.
Let's get going. Staying put for too long is a mistake.
What do you want to do?
Don't ask a kid what they want to do.
Your monster's coming.
We gotta go. Leave, quick. Let's go.
Quick. Quick. It's stuttery. Not sure why. Come on. Come on. Just turn that sound down just ever so slightly more. No. Come on, Adam. Why? That's it. No. Yep.
As babysitters go,
That's not any quieter. Stupid.
So you would tip.
It's exactly the same. Stupid. Let's have another film question. How often do you go to the cinema? Like once a week. Can you remember the name of the first film that made you cry?
My mom was going to be in a snit.
No sweat, man. I'll catch you tomorrow night.
It was nice to meet you both.
I can't remember.
Thank God you're okay.
I was worried it'd be bad here, too.
Been quiet as usual the past couple days. Well, Brecken down the way.
Can't remember the last film that made me cry.
That ain't nothing new.
I wouldn't have made it back without Chet.
Well, I'm glad you took him with you then. You've brought a couple guests.
Hello. We need a place to stay.
We need a place to stay.
You're welcome to stay here, but just for the night. I don't run a bed and breakfast. So it's just you and your daughter then?
Oh, not his daughter. He's the babysitter.
Yes, I'm the babysitter now.
Do you know this man?
Yes.
Okay then. Well.
Good. Always good to
you hurt
check.
Your leg pretty bad there.
Yeah, it's not doing so good.
I can help you out. Sean, run on in and check on your sister. You take a seat up on the porch and I'll go see what I have.
Now it seems too quiet.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is swollen to hell.
It hurts like hell.
I bet it does. What did you say your name was?
It's Lee.
Just be
Nice
honest.
to meet you, Lee. I'm Herschel Green.
Hello, Herschel. It's a very wholesome name. I trust you.
How'd this happen?
Car accident.
Car accident.
That's so. Where are you headed before the car accident?
Got to remember these. Home.
Home.
Where's home?
Okay,
I
now.
grew up in Macon. We hit a guy.
Remember these
Things
lies.
you've been hearing about. On the road.
Who are you with? The girl?
Oh, Jesus. A police
I was with a
officer.
police officer. He was giving me a ride.
Awful nice of him.
I'm an awful nice guy.
House is full up with mine. We got
And again,
another displaced family of 3 sleeping in the barn.
Not a criminal,
You and
just
your
to
daughter are welcome to rest
really
there.
hammer that point
We'll go
home.
Here. I didn't catch your name, darling.
Clementine.
Can't imagine what you've been through, Clementine.
Looking after her until we find her parents.
Hey, Dad. So I'm thinking, first thing tomorrow, we gotta reinforce the fence around the farm.
That doesn't seem necessary.
I don't know what you saw on TV or heard on the radio, but there's some serious shit hitting the fan. I don't think anyone knows how big it is yet.
She heard that. Son is
Your
right.
son's right. You're going to want to fortify this place.
Stuff like that doesn't happen around here, Sean.
Dad, I'm serious. Lee, come on. Tell him what you saw out there, man.
Dead people
I got
walking.
chased by a couple of dead people.
Well, do what you think you should. We got plenty of chores as it is.
Lee and those folks in the barn can help out in the morning. We gotta do it. Really.
I already said okay. Well, I'm all done here. It should start to feel better tomorrow.
Thanks.
If your leg gets hot or the swelling doesn't go down, you're probably dealing with an infection.
No one
do we
likes
do
a hot
then?
leg.
We'll probably just have to shoot you.
Yeah,
We'll clean it, redress it, and you'll be fine.
Okay, that'd be preferable.
There's blankets and such in the barn.
Want the old
We'll be seeing you
shooting
bright
in
and
the
early.
head, please.
Come tomorrow. Which way you think you're headed?
Towards Macon, I suppose.
It's good. It's ticking along. I like it. Ticking along,
right
ticking
then.
along.
It smells like...
Poo. Yeah.
Shit. I'm sorry. Shouldn't talk like that.
That was a swear.
I don't give a fuck.
I missed my mom and dad.
I bet, Clem.
How far is Savannah?
Pretty far.
Oh, okay.
That's where her mum and dad are. Hopefully they're okay.
I love you, baby.
Oh. Probably in for manslaughter by the sounds of that.
Hey, get up.
It's my Sherlock Holmes like powers of observation.
Well, you slept in a barn, little lady. Lucky
Break
you
and
don't have
enter
spiders in your
self-defense.
hair. But I
Kills the
bet your
guy.
daddy scared them all away, huh?
He goes to prison.
I'm not her dad. Name's Lee.
I'm Kenny.
Dad, we're in the middle of a fence. There's a tractor and everything.
We better get going, or we won't hear the end of it. That's my boy, Ken Jr. We call him Duck, though.
Cool, man.
Doc?
Yeah, nothing bothers him. Like water off a duck's back, you know?
That's a valuable trait lately.
No kidding. But frankly, I think it's because he's dumb as a bag of hammers.
Dad!
But he makes up for it with enthusiasm.
I give hammers. That's good.
The word is, you were on
What
your
did
way
someone
to...
say the other day? Someone at work, a guy who works in the yard opposite me. Oh yeah. The last few days I've been sick as a fucking parrot. That's
Macon.
Well,
colourful
family's
there.
from there.
Never heard that
Well,
one before.
Macon's on the way, and Personally, I'd appreciate the company of a guy who can knock a couple of heads together
These
if
last
he
2
has
days
to.
I've been sick as a fucking parrot. Sure, we'll tag along.
We'll tag along.
It's a plan then. Honey, Duck, this is Lee. And, what's the girl's name?
Clementine.
Clementine.
We'll just make
That
friends.
is a
We'll keep
very
saying yes
pretty
to
name.
things.
Thanks.
Open it up a
Well,
bit, eh?
we should get to work. We've all seen what those things can do out there, so the faster we get this fence up, the better.
Plug ourselves into the community.
Yeah? Well, I need a good foreman. You can sit on the tractor and yell at me whenever I take a water break.
On a tractor? Cool!
Duck and I will hop to it.
Duck and I will swim to it
I
more
can
like.
keep an eye
Am
on
I
your little
right?
girl here
Or
on
am
the
I
porch.
right?
We can visit.
So it's Clementine. Can I? Oh yeah.
You having a nice time with Katya, Clementine?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey there, girls.
What do you
So,
do?
what do you do when corpses aren't walking around?
I'm a veterinarian back in Fort Lauderdale, like Herschel here, except more with dogs and cats and not horses. What is it that you do, Lee?
I used to teach up at the University of Georgia.
We need to hope that we can go back to our jobs soon, Lee. Back to normal. It can't stay like this.
Yeah, my mistake.
Yes, we need hope.
We'll all be home soon.
Everything's going to be fine. You two look look relaxed.
Actually look relaxed.
I think we're doing just fine. Clementine was just telling me about first grade.
Oh, how was that?
It's easy.
Well, yeah.
If I went
So,
back to
you're good?
year 1 now, I'd fucking
Anyway,
piss it.
it's almost like we didn't see people eating each other for the past 3 days. It's peaceful here, no?
Imagine going back to school again at this age as an experiment. There's an idea for a program. Awful idea, Adam. How was the
How did
city?
you handle getting through the city?
Kenny just drove.
Who would do
We
it? Who would
passed
do a
so many
series
people
like
that
that?
needed help, and
So and so
we just
goes back to
passed
school.
people over some.
Russell
just-
Howard or someone like
just-
that would do it, wouldn't he?
It's okay. It's fine.
Back to school with Russell Howard.
I want to go home tomorrow. But even then, I can't take away the things we
Not Ross Kemp though.
Doc went
That's
through.
he doesn't do that kind of stuff. Back to school with Ross
Don't you want
Kemp.
to go back to the moment before you
Oh, I'm
knew
Ross
about all of
Kemp,
this?
and this week I'm going back to school. So you're telling me that this is what we would eat back in the day?
Families and
Sausage roll,
barbecues,
chips and
beers with good
gravy.
friends.
All of those things.
A pound,
Those
you
are the
say?
things we live for, right?
It was a pound.
Those gone, what's the point? Back in a bit.
Okay, Lee.
I like it. Back to school with Ross Kemp. He's got legs. Ross Kemp on a little tiny chair. He could just about fit his massive torso behind the desk. Like Hulk Hogan or something, innit? Oh, I'm full of great ideas.
How you doing, Doug?
Good. I'm gonna drive the tractor. I'm
Yeah.
the foreman. Lift with your back, Sean.
Yeah, you are. Good for you.
Sean's still working on that fence.
Hey, Lee.
Need a hand?
Need a hand?
That'd be great. If you could cut those 2x to length, that'd sure speed things up.
I was hoping you'd say no. I was being polite. I can't be arsed.
My dad doesn't know how bad it is.
No, he doesn't.
I saw a guy in Atlanta kill a kid. A boy. Just shot him right in the face.
Was he a boy or was he a dead boy?
One of the walkers?
I don't even know. He was either attacking the guy or asking for help. He didn't even hesitate. He just turned, put the barrel of the gun right between the kid's eyes, and pulled the trigger. You don't see things like that. It's not like in the movies.
They don't fall like you think.
Did you have to do it?
Do what?
Kill. Have you had to off one yet?
Oh,
Sometimes it's kill or be killed.
It's kill or be killed.
It's the law of the jungle.
Yes. I don't think I'd sleep good after that. I'm just glad we're getting this fence built. Dad just wants to keep the family
Sean
safe.
won't
and
forget that. There's a
thinks
lot of
inviting
that, isn't
people
there?
in is a bigger threat
People
than
remembering
whatever's out
stuff.
there.
So it does feel like choices
How
matter.
about yours? How's your family?
I don't know where my ex-wife is.
I'm not quite sure where my ex-wife is.
Ah. Oh. Yeah. For sure.
It's an odd response, isn't it? How's things with your family?
That's probably all I need.
Well, I don't know
now.
where my
Thanks.
ex-wife is. But it's nothing to do with me. I don't have any contact with her anymore. Certainly, if there was anything bad that happened to her, I was unaware of it until the
Not
point
yet.
that you told
I'm
me.
planning on coming back through on
Why
a
are you asking me
fortification
about my
pass, if you
ex-wife?
will.
Didn't
We'll lock
ask
this
you about
place
your
up
ex-wife.
good.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna get a drink of water.
Do you think this thing will keep them out?
Not yet. I'm planning on coming back through on a fortification pass, if you will. We'll lock this place up good.
Do you think this thing will keep them out?
Skip.
Not yet. I'm planning on coming back through on a fortification pass, if you will. We'll lock this place up good.
Brum brum tractor, eh?
You know how to drive it?
Sure don't. I can give you a hell of a critique of the U.S. Farm Bill.
Am I right, eh, little one? Huh? Brum brum tractor, innit?
How you doing, Duck?
Good. I'm gonna drive the tractor.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
I'm the foreman. Lift with your back, Sean.
that kid has got ambition and determination. Zero brain power, but he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Can I go in your house? No.
Seems like those two are getting along.
Have I spoke to you?
He seems like an all right dude.
Did I speak to you yet?
It's not the most reliable pickup in the world, but it gets the job done.
Hey there, Kenny.
How is your son
How's
doing?
your son doing?
Good, I think. Kachi's got a sister up in Memphis. We were coming back from visiting her. We were in a gas station and some guy grabbed my boy. I thought he was kidnapping him. I was on the fucker in about 2 seconds and... Christ. Just lucky I was there. We saw a lot of bodies before we stumbled upon Herschel's. But we're a tough family, Lee. Ain't nothing gonna faze us.
So what's your family's plan?
Get back on down to Lauderdale and let this mess get sorted out. Government will start handing out shots and the National Guard will do its thing. On the odd chance things got too bad, we could hop on my boat, I guess.
You've got a boat.
I'm a commercial
Boat sounds
fisherman,
good.
catching mackerel, dolphin,
Oh, he's the one to
whatever's
know.
biting and paying.
He's the one to
Kachi
know.
wouldn't be wild about it, but the boat's not that bad.
Stick with this guy. Yeah, I'll
Need
help
any
you
help?
out. Need any help?
No, I think I got it.
Without any, without
you
me
need
wanting
any
anything
help?
in return?
What do you mean?
I mean, in taking care of that little girl. You know what you're doing? You got kids of your own?
Nah, it's a piece of piss. Oh,
I think I've got it handled okay.
you just pat him
Long
on
as
the
I
head
keep
every
her
now and
safe.
again, don't you?
Think I'm doing all right.
With those things out there, maybe. Sure, that's
Pat
enough.
him on the head.
But you gotta ask
they-
yourself
if they
you're
cry,
the type of
you
guy
just
who can
go,
do better than that if her parents don't show
It's
up.
all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I'll keep that in mind.
And then just gently
See you.
push them towards in the other direction. Easy. Who's this guy? Oh, it's you again.
How'd you get out of Atlanta?
I got a ride.
I got a ride and then I was in a wreck. I walked until your boy found me.
Well, you're no worse for wear.
This farm's a nice plot of land.
Huh. Had you told me 20 years ago I'd still be doing this, I would have told you that you were full of crap. Never was a plan, having a place like this. It was in the family, and I guess so was I. Family's important. That's all that matters. You agree with that?
Was brought up to, yes.
Hell yeah.
Where's your family now? Parents? Wife? Girlfriend?
They are all gone.
My parents are in Macon with my brother.
Well, I hope they're all right. But now you've got this little girl to take care of. Clementine, is it? You just stumbled up on her?
I was being attacked. She came to my rescue. I was looking for help in her house.
I was looking for help in her house.
What
Can
are
I
you?
give you a piece of advice?
Let's just keep it friendly.
I don't know who you are or what you did. Let's say things don't get better back in the cities, or they get worse before they do. You're gonna have to depend on the honesty of strangers if you're gonna make it. And if those same people get to questioning yours, you're gonna be in trouble. But at least you have the common sense to listen to a man giving you advice.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Go! I'll get my gun.
Oh no! No! Oh shit! What's? Oh no! Okay. Okay. Oh fuck it to death! Save the boy! Save the boy! Save the boy! Fuck you! Come on. Let's get you out of here, Timmy. Oh, the boy drove the tractor on him.
Help me!
Oh, dearie me. Oh no, the fort! My zombie fort! I'm supposed to keep the zombies out. Ah. What? Who?
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm sorry.
What did he do?
Sorry? Your son is alive. You don't get to be sorry.
That's his son.
You didn't even try to help.
Hey, I saved the boy. Thought I could help them both. I panicked. I was worried about the boy.
I was worried about the boy.
But you weren't worried about that.
Please, just go. Get out.
Oh, well, the boy should have died then. Then who would be? Would you be happy then if the boy would have died? Is that what you would have wanted? Shit. You're trying to help somebody out. And that.
You've got that ride to Macon if you want it.
I feel bad now. Sorry about your son, Herschel. I think that's a good place as any to finish. If I can. Will you let me I think it saved, didn't it? It did save.
Well, this is as far as we're going.
Then it's
I like it. I like it. I think it's saved though, but it's not letting me
far enough.
not letting me exit. Let's just let this bit play out. So I'm with the son, who is admittedly a bit of a liability. Old little duck boy there. Little
Hey
Timmy.
there. You friendly? Truck's run out of gas.
Not the greatest allies potentially. We've annoyed the man with the boat. Oh, yeah, he's gone, I think. Or was he? I can't remember who had the boat. The character here. You've got a gun. That's good. I like that. We like it.
We can't take risks like this. And we can't.
Okay, exit game. Any progress is that? Yeah, it's been auto-saved. That's fine. Lovely jubbly. Right. I'm going to put my fucking Christmas tree up. Don't care if it's not December. That's what I'm doing. Because I've decided this year I really like Christmas. So that's what I'm doing. Let's raid somebody. And let's raid Scroobius Pip. I was listening to his album last night, actually. I listened to for a while. He is playing Wrestling Revolution. For those of you watching on YouTube, then I will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. For those of you watching now, live, thank you so much for the follows, for lurking, whatever your interaction with me has been, even if it's just sitting back and watching this. I thank you. I thank you for your presence and your support. Everybody else, I'll see you next time. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye-bye.